I'm Bill.
And I'm Candace.
And
we're the Disruptors. Yay!
Hey, what are we saying yay for? I don't remember why we're saying
It's another new show.
Oh, good. It's another new show.
Hey, our listeners are excited.
Oh,
they're emailing, they're texting, they're calling.
Oh, heavens, yes.
I heard that they really liked the Fly on the Wall show.
So that Fly on the Wall was a good show.
Hey, welcome to the show, Mr. Producer Man Chris.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, he has a frog problem today.
Well, he's getting over cold.
No, he had frog's legs for breakfast.
Oh, frog legs.
Yeah.
If you've ever had frog legs, if they're not done right, they taste like mud.
Yes.
They taste like mud.
Yeah,
just like
not
alligator.
like chicken, mud.
Like alligator?
Well,
if you don't cook it right?
I haven't chewed too many alligators.
Oh,
bad.
You're missing something.
I'm sure I am missing something.
Alligator is good if it's done right.
Yeah, that's great. So let's talk about what we're going to do on the show today instead of the neighbor's pets that you want to chop
Bass
up.
Pro Shop.
Bass Pro Shop.
In their food section will actually sell you alligator nuggets.
Yeah. Oh, good. That's something I wanted to know. Yeah.
All right. Well, I figure inquiring minds wanted to know.
Not mine, but that's good. Nothing like having a little gator nugget for breakfast.
It's not all about you.
Well, it could be. You never can tell.
Well, it made me think about we're getting ready to have a new podcast show added to our network.
Yes, we are.
And it's going to be called, what's it going to be called?
The Empty Plate.
The Empty Plate.
Yeah,
we're excited. We're growing our family.
We are growing, yes, and that'll be an exciting show that goes along with the rest of the shows. And when are we going to fill the plate? Because I'm not interested in an empty one.
Well, the empty plate is the highest form of compliment you can give to a restaurant. You clean your plate, you've enjoyed everything. Unless,
now I have a technical question, though.
Okay.
In some restaurants, when I empty the plate, it's you take the knife and you find a spot where nobody's going to step, and when the food's not good.
But see, that's
and then the plate's empty.
That's you.
You shouldn't. You should leave it there.
What's going
to
happen?
You should send it back.
I should send it back.
Yes. What we're going to do is I'm gonna critique different restaurants around the local area at first, and then as I travel and stuff, then I'll also go ahead and go into restaurants in the different places, and I'll give a review.
Hey, this sounds really exciting. Puget Sound, South Sound, Seattle, all that.
Oh, good food places.
Good food places, and we never hear anything about them, so this will be exciting.
We're going to hear something about them now. I mean, we get the local news people. They do an article, and we do have a couple of local bloggers, but not a whole lot. And I think it's really a good thing to have.
And what kind of spurred this on was we drove all the way up to Whidbey Island.
All the way
up to Whidbey Island. Well, from Puyallup, that's a little bit over
drive.
2 hours.
That's a drive, yeah.
To eat at a restaurant
called Christopher's.
What a catch. Yeah, we'd never know how that would come about.
The reviews are impeccable. It's 5 stars.
Yeah.
I think the average is 4.6 stars. And, of course, you're right there next to Penn Cove.
Oh, yeah.
And
mussels there are wonderful.
The mussels at Penn Cove are always yummy. Matter of fact, they're world famous. And here's the sad thing. Is that we got this delicious appetizer of Penn Cove mussels that all still had the beard on them, which means they weren't cleaned right.
Oh.
And, I mean, literally, you had grit of sand, and you also had shell. I pointed it out.
Horrible.
Oh,
and
goodness.
the absolute worst thing ever to hear from a server was, I'll tell them to try better next time.
Oh, good.
For $20 for an appetizer, you expect at least
$20 for an appetizer that hasn't shaved yet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
The guests that we had with us who had ordered mussels in their food, they didn't finish it.
Nobody finished their mussels.
I sent mine back, and they didn't even offer me anything.
And they're seafood lovers.
Yeah. So it was kind of... That's what spurred on. You know what? We need to be out and about. Since you're already out and about in the community, alive and well.
Exactly.
That it would be good for us to go ahead and review some of our favorite eats and some that you might want to avoid.
Well, that's true. And then we can talk about business of how they branded themselves, marketing and stuff of that nature.
We're going to bring in some of the restaurant owners. We're going to do all kinds of things. We're going to review, silverware and plates and glasses and food and
decor,
just everything. It's something that people don't realize what they do, but they walk into a place and they immediately assess a place.
True.
On whether or not they're going to enjoy what they're going to get.
Well, that's very true. That's very true. And if you go into somewhere it's a barbecue or fish or whatever, your mouth is watering for that perfect
Absolutely.
dish.
As far as I am concerned, there's only one place up here right now that does a decent barbecue. So, but we'll go into that.
Yeah, we can talk about Dickies later.
You
notice how, ladies and
really
gentlemen,
need to have a club alongside your head.
You'll really notice that we're really not knocking anybody. We're just, it'll be a good show. It'll be a lot of fun.
It will.
And you can tell us all the high points of where we should eat and shouldn't eat, breakfast, dinner, lunch. And I'll bet you'll get into a little bit of barbecuing. You know, the season's coming up.
We'll get into a lot of barbecuing. That's my baby there.
There it is. Sauces, brimes, barbecue. How to and how not to.
Exactly.
That'll be a
we're
lot
excited
of fun.
about the new podcast that's joining the family.
Yes, we are.
So today, what we're going to go ahead and talk about are calls to action.
Calls to action. I just had a call to action just a minute ago. Your bathroom is not working right, so I'll just
Bill,
not
what did
answer
you
the
do
phone.
to it? I'll just leave it there. What did you do to it?
Running right along with our calls for action. Yes, let's talk about that. And you notice, ladies and gentlemen, there's 25 minutes of silence. It's not that
there was no call to action.
See how you feel when there's no call to action.
Well, one of the things that I had noticed, and that I've worked a lot with clients on, and that is specifically their calls to action, their CTAs. And so a lot of times you'll see a flyer, and it might be, or even a brochure, and the brochure might talk about their services, their location, or maybe even who they are, but there's no call to action. There's no sign up for our newsletter. Matter of fact, websites even. I just did a website assessment, and there was multiple opportunities for different creative call to actions, but there wasn't even one on the page.
Well, why don't we start off with what is a call to action?
Okay, perfect. Well, so a call to action is basically calling to your consumer and asking them to do something. If you'll look at it as an interactive. So, like us on Facebook. It's a call to action. Uh-huh. Sign up for our newsletter. Simple call to action.
Call to action.
Register today. Call to action. I want to
Give
be
me your
there.
money.
Call to action.
Yeah, that's a good call to action. Cha-ching. We like money. Dead presidents on a piece of cotton.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Everything as a business owner, sometimes we get so focused in the functionality of I just have to get this information out there. I'm under a deadline. I've got a sale going on, that we forget to say, invite a friend or share us. Share us on your social media.
Well, that's right. And like our podcast, we always and should be doing more of asking them to subscribe, depending upon what the call of action button is on our podcast platforms.
Yes.
Because some of them say subscribe, some of them say follow, some of them say a completely different word. But every time they click that, it lets us know that they appreciate what we're doing, and they get the opportunity of the new shows to immediately come up on their mobile instrument.
Well, what I like about it, and that is that we can immediately, in real time, tell how well a campaign is going, how well is that new website,
how many hits are coming in.
Absolutely.
Sure.
We can tell that in real time. And I think that is so important. But if we just leave it there blank, that says, hi, we're wonderful, and we want the world to know it, and then it goes dead silent.
Yeah. Everybody gets in the bus or the car and drives off, or turns the radio off as they leave the carport. Yeah.
How about, when you're in a restaurant, or it doesn't have to be a restaurant. I mean, any of your services, especially in the hospitality industry, how did we do? Where you can get real-time feedback from clients or your patrons that have just come through.
Sure.
And I think that's important. That's a wonderful call to action that gives you real-time feedback. How about how you end a sale? Mm-hmm. Did you like that? So then that way it lets you know any course adjustments that are needed to be made with employees, or are you missing something? Is there a gap? Well, the consumer is beautiful at pointing out your gaps or what they might want to see that's different to make their customer experience, and you've heard us talk about customer experience,
yes.
to make it better.
Yes, that's very true. Now, doesn't Yelp kind of, when they have the little TPs on the table, isn't that kind of a call for action for them to please check us off on Yelp, like us on Yelp, talk to us on Yelp? That would be considered a call to action, right?
Absolutely. You're talking about a table tent.
Yeah, table tent.
Well,
TP, table tent, depends upon what tribe you're from.
Poster,
Yeah.
You should think about every single thing in your collateral media or your collateral material, which is all your printed. That right there should be, you should have some form of call to action on that. If you've got, if you have a coupon, the coupon itself is a call to action, right?
True.
Because
Coupons.
they're going to utilize that coupon, they're going to purchase whatever, and they're going to get a percentage off. Okay, it's still a call to action. It depends on what you're wanting to build with those call to action. I think sometimes, we get a little dry when we could get more creative.
True, very true.
So, what does creative call to actions look like? Yes, I want to join. Yes, sign me up. We can add and have a lot of fun with these, especially in our digital marketing.
We could call for action in on this show, in fact.
Yes.
The action would be, is Candace real or is she Memorex? And we could call for action there, and have them just come in the email.
I'm Hallmark.
I think I need to come
care
over there
enough.
and sit down.
I care enough to send the very best.
On that side of the table.
I'm more apt to be Hallmark. Right?
Hallmark.
I care enough to send the very best.
To send the very best. Well, this is a very important conversation we're having at the moment because call for action really rings the cash register, builds the business.
When we want people to vote, get out and vote. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you hear a ton of people say, get out and vote. Come down to the polls. Do we have polls here in Washington anymore?
Of course we have polls. Yes.
We do?
We do?
Yes,
Where?
There's very few of them left. But yes. In fact, this year they're talking about doing away with them. And we're going to have an earlier presidential election this year in the state of Washington. Instead of waiting until May, it's going to be, I guess, in March sometime.
Oh, presidential?
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that's interesting.
I know, it's on the news. You got to watch the news, Candace.
We don't own a TV.
Oh, well, that's good.
We're not dumbing down. We're smartening up.
Oh, okay. Well, the call for action would be then for you to buy a TV and find out what's going on in the world.
Well, we all log into cable, right? Because that's what keeps our Wi-Fi going. But call to actions are everywhere. So I think that for a small business, one of the biggest things that they need to do as a business owner or whoever's handling the marketing campaigns, they need to sit back and don't ever forget what that CTA is. And does it mirror or does it match what you're trying to build and where you're trying to go?
Sounds like a great idea. Well, we're running out of time, Candace, because you've talked for a half hour now and said nothing. I mean, we've had such an exciting show. But I am excited about the fact that we're going to have a new show on the network.
Yes, we are excited.
That is going to be exciting. So today, I'm going to break the rules.
You're always breaking the rules.
I'm breaking the rules,
Bill.
yes. And I'm going to let you have the last word, and I'm not going to say anything afterwards. You can have the whole last word.
You know what? Thank you so much for listening. If you want to know what's going on with Kiba, I think you should go ahead and give them a call at
253-691-6170.
And we've got lots of stuff going on at Wild Child. Check us out on WLD.CHILDGRP.com, wildchildgroup.com.
You bet. So have a great day, and I took the last word anyway. Keep us smiling.